Welcome to the Bill Knight Ford Cascia Commando football show with head coach Joe Medina. Coach Medina, we look back at a 14-3 loss to Catoosa. A tough game, but not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world. There's still 2 more games to play. The playoff race is still in place. So, it was tough to lose. I thought we would come out since we had practiced so well and play a good game. But unfortunately, it's the same thing that has plagued us all year. We just made mistakes at key points in the game.
Consistency sometimes is the most difficult thing to put in with team concept.
It is, and what makes it so frustrating is these kids have worked so hard. It's a very unselfish football team. They've put the team first in front of their own individual accolades and playing time and all that. And so you just want the reward for these young men that work so hard, and the reward might still be down the road here. You know, we've got, like I said, 2 big games. First one against McLean on Friday that we have to win, and so maybe it's all going to come together then on Friday.
But during the course of the game with Catoosa, there were some outstanding plays and then some plays that you wished had not happened. Well, let's roll into action here and pick it up as the Cascia Commandos play at Catoosa, and you take it, Coach.
Well, just a beautiful night. You see right there our kicker slips, so we get a bad kickoff there, and then it's compounded by the fact we get a 15-yard face mask penalty. Catoosa is just a run-first offense. They line up in 2 tight ends, similar to Cascia, and they're used to seeing 8-man fronts, and they just run the ball down your throat. Mix it in with play action. They hit us a couple times with that play for big yardage and moving the chains. Defensive line stands up there, makes a nice play, get them into a throwing situation. Very smart play here by senior Zach Powell, again giving up the interception because he knew it was 4th down and we get better field position. Drop back to pass here, and we miss a wide open receiver. If we make a good pass there, we end up probably scoring a touchdown. After a 5-yard penalty, we throw the bubble screen to Zach Powell, got Zach a little bit more involved in the offense. Back to pass here on a 3rd down situation. We miss a block and have to punt the football. Back on defense here, again, they're just going to grind the ball, and the quarterback's going to pull it from the fullback on the option keep there. Sprinting out to the right here, we miss a for sure quarterback sack here, and this is a 3rd down conversion for them. So they're on the move here, hand the ball inside. Wonderful running back right here, number 7. Good, tough kid getting the ball up the middle there. Then they hand off the ball to the fullback, and he scores with 4 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Very next offensive play, we break a run here. This is Grant Ward with some good blocking around the left side there, and Grant's going to pick up a lot of yards, but forget the football there at the very end, and Catoosa is going to recover it. Otherwise, we would have had the ball 1st and 10 from their 25. Put the defense in a bind there. Miles Waller with a nice tackle. Trayson Rayleigh playing defensive end this game for the first time, made some nice plays. Force them to punt the football here, and Grant is going to get a nice punt return here, going to give us good field position again, right there at about the 43-yard line. Time to get on the scoreboard here, so we throw the little hitch route to Chandler Sokolowski, picks up a nice 1st down. And then, again, one of those dumb penalties, illegal motion. We jump the snap count there. Going to throw the bubble seam here and end up with a pass interference in the end zone. So 15 yards later, going to hand the ball off to Grant. He's going to go over the right side, pick up some nice yards. Move over in the second quarter. This is a 3rd down play. Have a tight end wide open. Quarterback misses it, throws it up, and nice defensive play there. So we're going to settle for 3, and Tyler Wedding with his 2nd field goal of the year gets us on the scoreboard at 7-3 to start the 2nd quarter. Again, back on defense, defensive line, Jesse Wood did a good job there. Inside handoff there to the running back. Cade Pruitt played his first game, forced them to punt, run the counter sweep. Dalton Turner here with a nice pickup here, good blocking on the left side of the line there. Back to pass we go. Nobody's open. James is going to scramble around, and has got Jackson McCormick there, a little underthrown, but Jackson needs to come up with that ball as well. This is a 3rd and short. Again, Dalton Turner breaks a tackle, picks up the 1st down. So we're moving the ball well here. Run the counter sweep again to Dalton's side, or with Dalton Turner, the carrier, and picks up good yards, but unfortunately the drive stalls. Want to pin him deep with the punt. We don't get a very good punt off. Only goes to the 22-yard line. And then on their first play, they are going to break a lot of tackles over here. Again, the fine running back, number 7, gets it inside of the 35-yard line. Again, run the option, kind of caught us off guard there. And number 7 is going to get inside of the 20. And here he goes again, but nice tackle there by Brett Boone for a short gain. And then right here, play action pass. Again, we forget our responsibility on the tight end, and he's going to go in and score, making the score 14-3. On offense here, throw a nice pass to Brett Boone. He's going to pick up some good yards here and a first down. Rouse back to pass again, scrambling to the right. He's going to get quarterback sacked here, I should say. And hand the ball off here to Grant Ward, or actually this is Dalton Turner again. Picks up good yards around the left side. We've got a very third and makeable right here. Going to motion him out, and we get a bad snap. And again, we go from potentially converting to having to punt them the football again. Back to pass they throw here towards the end of the first half. Nice coverage there by Chandler Sokolowski. Back to throw again here as we're closing the half, and I believe this was a 4th down play, and that brings the first half to an end at 14-3.
And you know what you were talking about as we opened the program today, Coach, was there were some great points, and then there were some points that needed to be improving, and I think we saw that to a degree in the first quarter.
We did. You know, you had the turnover, you had the bad snap, we had some missed assignments on defense, turned some people loose, and these are things, again, that we've gone over that we just have to execute, keep our head in the game, not jump off sides, and once we correct those, we're a really good team. As I pointed out to the team on films on Saturday, when we execute, we're really good. When we don't execute, we're very, very average to below average.
Does this come about because of the grade of the youngster playing, or are they not, what am I trying to say, not a lot of experience?
No, I don't think it's an experience factor. I just think it's a focus thing, and I think the kids have to be focused from the start of the game all the way through.
And, of course, that sometimes is real difficult to get it done the way you want it, isn't it?
Yeah, but they have to take it upon themselves to just be accountable to themselves and their teammates to be focused from the beginning of the game.
Stay with us here on the Bill Knight Ford Cascia Commando Football Show. We're back with the second half and Coach Medina right after this.
Ready or not, here I come.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Welcome back to the Bill Knight Ford Cascia Commando Football Show with head coach Joe Medina. 14-3 at the half, Catoosa over Cascia Hall, and let's roll right into action in the second half. And Coach Medina, you pick up the play.
Well, we told the kids come out and get a good drive and get some points on the board. We were going to get the ball first. Tanner Schwab with a nice reception there from James Rouse. James right here on the 3rd down play is going to scramble and pick up the first down. So we came out of the locker room really playing well. This is Brett Boone with a nice block there from Cannon Montgomery, picking up 5 yards. Hand the ball out here to Grant Ward again. He's going to go over the right side. Nice block there by the fullback inside of the 30-yard line. So everything is going well. And then right here, we're actually going to end up getting into the end zone. Good downfield block by Chandler Sokolowski, but you saw the yellow flag, and we got called for a chop block. Setting up 4th and long, and we just barely missed the pass there to Zach Powell. Actually, that was 3rd and long. And again, call on Tristan Sims to punt him down there deep. And he punts the ball. Wish it would have gone inside of the 15-yard line. Their player alertly picks it up, but we're there for the nice tackle. On defense now, big thing is to keep them pinned down here deep. They come back with the option, and now the quarterback's on the loose. He gets a first down for them. Out close to midfield here. Hand the ball to the fullback. Again, we do a good job of tackling him on the trap play. Sprint out pass. This was the disappointing thing, I think, if you had to ask me about the entire game. We knew Catoosa was going to be able to run and pick up short yardage situations like that, but I thought we gave up too many big plays, too many 3rd down conversions on the passes. You saw the touchdown in the first half. Here's some great defense by the defensive line. Here's one of those instances. You know, quarterback scrambles to the left, barely missed the tip there by Jackson McCormick, but again, they pick up the first down. Again, defense is settling in. Thought that was a fumble there. Whistle had not blown. Davis Lambert stripping the football out there. Again, here's another pass. It gets dropped, and that was the 4th down play. So again, still a 14-3 ball game here. Nice throw out there to the flat to Brett Boone, picks up about 8 yards. Pick up the 1st down, and Rouse back to pass here, throws a nice screen pass to Dalton Turner, picks up good blocks there by Sam Foster and Hunter Hedrick. He's going to get down inside of the 25-yard line. Beginning of the 4th quarter, here's one of those mistakes. We have a bad snap and get the ball all the way back to the 43-yard line. 2nd and forever, run the quarterback draw by Grant Ward. Nice blocking by the line. Got 3rd and makeable here. Run the bubble screen now to make it 4th and medium. So we really plucked away here. And then right here, throwing the deep route right there to Jackson McCormick. James gives him a chance to catch the ball. Defender made a nice play. So we turn the ball over on downs. Again, put the defense in a bind, and they respond there on 1st down, making a nice tackle. Here they go with the quarterback follow. It seems like the entire defense is right there. Again, they pick up a 1st down. Going to hand the ball off here, and again, the defense is right there. So we played well defensively in spots. Cater Colmia with a nice tackle there creates the fumble, but again, unlucky, they recover it. So here they drop back to pass, get a nice quarterback sack there by our Defensive Player of the Week, Davis Lambert. Have an uncovered receiver here. Rouse sees it, but unfortunately is short on the throw. And then here we go with a quick out and up, and a wide open Davis Lambert just gets overthrown. That was our 4th down play. So here with about 5 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter, Catoosa just has to pick up a 1st down, and they can run the clock out. But I was real proud of our team right here. Outcome, as soon as they pick up the 1st down, which they just did right there, is no longer in the balance. We got to keep them out of the end zone for the district points. And I thought our kids played really well and really hard here. And you never know, JV, keeping them out of the end zone here on this drive might be the difference between us going to the playoffs and us sitting at home as we lose that tough 14-3 game.
You know, I think that's a very valuable point that you just made, Coach, and maybe explain that. I had made a note of this. Explain that to our viewing audience, how significant the points are.
Well, we lost by 11, so Catoosa got 11 district points because of the margin of difference there. Had they scored, they would have gotten the full 15 points margin of victory. And so keeping them out saved us 4 points, and you never know, those 4 points, again, in a 3-way tie may become very valuable to us. And again, I've got to credit our players. You know, the outcome was already established. You know, they were going to win. They were 2 scores up. But to keep them out of the end zone, again, shows the effort and the heart that this football team has. You know, in watching the game, the 3rd quarter touchdown that was taken away because of the penalty, so many times a score such as that will just inspire the team that they'll come back and win a game. Well, yes, especially since, you know, we had told them at half we were going to get the ball back. We need to get a drive. We need to get some points. And sure enough, we had a beautiful drive mixing the run and the pass in there. And then Grant ends up breaking the touchdown run only to get it called back. So, yeah, that was a momentum crusher, I guess you could say, because if we score, go for 2, now it's a 3-point game at 14-11. And we're playing well. You saw the defense make the good stops on the run. If we could have just tightened up on the pass a little bit, I think the outcome would have been different. Well, I think that's something that as a coach and a coaching staff that you look at, and that's why your enthusiasm and your optimism is there going into the last 2 games of the season. Well, we still have 2 games to win. If we win those, we'll be playing football in November. Stay with us here on the Cascia Commando Football Show. We're back with 2 very special guests right after this.
Movies are one thing, but in the event of a real earthquake, you should drop, cover, and hold on. Visit ready.gov/earthquake, and you'll be seen as a hero by your loved ones.
Visit ready.gov today.
Welcome back to the Bill Knight Ford Cascia Commando Football Show with head coach Joe Medina. And Coach Medina, each time at this particular moment, we have 2 very special guests. Yeah, introduce them. We have 2 wonderful seniors, 2 leaders for our football team. We have Colt Bennett on the far side there, and right next to me, Spencer Elias, 2 just guys that
do everything right, and proud to call them members of our football team.
Well, let me throw this question out for both of you, and we'll start with you, Spencer, and without saying a very disappointing loss to Catoosa on Friday night. But the Commandos really never quit. They were in the groove, I thought, at particular times, very, very good. And as players, what do you think the reason maybe was for the inconsistency?
Well, we were getting off to good starts. We were making plays, but at the end of those plays, or maybe the following play, we would fumble the ball, turn the ball over, have a bad penalty, bad snaps. It was just a little bit of everything. It was everything that could go wrong for us was going wrong. And that's just going to happen in football. Everybody makes mistakes.
Couldn't agree more, could you?
Yeah, and that's the thing. And what I would add on to Spencer is that you want to minimize those mistakes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Colt, what was your reaction?
Well, I think as a team, we're very passionate. We know what it means at this time of the year, coming into each game. It matters what we do, and I think that can lead to great things and sometimes to mistakes that can hurt us, but it can also help us at the end, like when we make the goal line stand and keep them out and save those 4 points. So it can be good and bad, and it just hurt us in opportune times.
I think it's always interesting because Coach Medina is known throughout the state for his defense, and the Commandos have always played some great defense, and on certain areas the defense on Friday night was outstanding, and then other times it wasn't. Was this frustrating to the team?
It was frustrating because we would be in a position where we'd need a stop, and it looked like we were going to get that stop. It'd be third and long, third and medium, and all of a sudden they just break a run, get that first down, and it's just kind of demoralizing to the sidelines. Everybody kind of loses that hype they've gotten from the previous drive or whatever.
Colt?
Spencer's right. It is kind of demoralizing to watch that happen, but also, our defense never quit. They kept going the entire game, and like I said, they managed to still hold them out at the end. They never quit fighting. They never rolled over, so they still had fight in them.
And Coach, sometimes it's frustrating, but nevertheless, they still are showing great promise.
Yeah, and the frustrating thing so much, as both young men talked about, is these kids work so hard, and they do the right things to prepare themselves for the game, and to not get the reward on Friday night is frustrating. But again, as I told them, with that kind of effort, especially stopping them on that last goal line stand, we're going to win these next 2 games. I'll just go ahead and say it on record. We're going to win these 2 games, and we'll be in the playoffs.
Did both you players agree with him?
Yes.
I love to hear that. 29th consecutive trip to the state playoffs at Cascia Hall. And so when you take a look at what is coming up here on Friday night and the must-win games, what's your feelings?
It's just kind of wow, that's crazy, 29 consecutive playoff seasons. And you're thinking you don't want to be the team that breaks that streak. You want to be the team that keeps that streak alive. And, yeah, that's really it.
I like that. Yeah, I don't want to be the coach either, that loses the streak
right.
either. So, we're all in this together. We're all pulling on the same rope. And again, just the strength of the love that we have as a team, hopefully will get us through this.
And Colt, your impression?
Well, for the majority, at least for seniors, this will be some of the last games we ever play, and so we don't want it to end any more than the next person, but also, not to be that team to keep it going and, play deep into November would be great.
I think that's a good thought because as a seniors, a lot of seniors won't play beyond high school, and this could be on a senior night. Could be great, couldn't it?
Yeah, and even those that might, you only get one shot at high school football. So as seniors, they know that their time's running out. So hopefully we can extend that.
When you take a look at the Titans of McLean High School, they too have come around this year much better than people anticipated. And with you honoring the seniors at Cascia Hall, what's the feeling going to be like?
Getting ready to play that team. It's going to be different. They're a very fast team, a very, it's just a tough team to predict what they're going to do. And I'm really excited to be there, being honored on senior night, getting to be out there with my parents in front of everybody. It's kind of a cool deal.
Colt, what would be your impression?
It's pretty much, this is it. It's do or die at this point. And I've, been watching at practices and in the games, and we have the tools we need to do it. So as long as we execute, I'm sure we can carry it through, and we'll be playing in November.
And Coach, you and the coaching staff have a feeling about this as well.
We do. I mean, it's a tough team to prepare for, but again, we'll put the game plan into work this week, and if the kids will execute it on Friday, we should be fine.
And Colt, it's been a frustrating year for you. You've been sidelined with an injury this year, and kind of tell us what has happened to you and the role you played during the course of the season.
So I had this injury last year. I have a lesion by my kneecap, and I played through TU camp and 2 days, and then it had gotten a lot worse and was causing me more pain. So I did surgery on it, rehab through the year, and then came back, did TU camp again, summer workouts 2 days, was fine up until all the way through the end of 2 days, and then it was a real problem. I was rehabbing a lot after practice, and so they had to do another surgery on it. And so that's where I am now. But I'm at every practice, every game, and I'm just happy to still be a part of the team.
And of course, you were very happy to keep him on the sideline.
He hasn't missed anything. He's just part of the team. It's unfortunate he's not playing, but we know he's there with us every time we go out.
Well, I wish you the very best of luck, and we'll be watching you on Friday night.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Stay with us here on the Cascia Commando Football Show. We're back with Coach Medina right after this.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere will bring us wireless emergency alerts. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
Welcome back to the Bill Knight Ford Cascia Commando Football Show with head coach Joe Medina. And Coach Medina, we take a look at Catoosa. That is history. We now look toward the Titans of McLean High School, and what an improved team they have become.
Boy, they sure have. You know, Coach Payne and his staff have done such a great job. They're very athletic, obviously. They had 3 guys rush for over 100 yards last week, which is pretty incredible. But they have systems. You can look at the tape and you can see the offensive system that's in play. You can see the defensive system that's in play, with some minor tweaks according to who they line up against. But he and his staff have done a good job of maximizing all that vast talent that they have.
When you take a look at overall the strength of the Titans, how would you describe their strength?
Athletic. I mean, everywhere you look on offense, defense, special teams, you know, they're going to put guys out there that really can cover the football field in a hurry. Guys that are very fast, physical up front. They've got great size for their front 7 on defense. So again, and this is a reason why they have the record that they do and are making a run for a district championship is they're very talented and have a lot of size.
And you take a look at the strength that you mentioned, the quickness, the speed. Very difficult sometimes to counter that.
It is, but we happen to play really well against fast teams. You know, the example that I'll give you is against Wagner. Wagner, who beat McLean pretty handily, I might say. You know, we match up well with speed teams. So I'm looking forward to the game. It'll be a classic matchup. Again, hopefully we're on. Hopefully we're focused, and good things happen for the Commandos.
You know, we talked about this when we had the players on a few minutes ago, but senior night, good or bad, I always look at it as a very good night, a night in which they can maybe make a position for themselves that they'll be remembered for a long time.
Well, the most important thing is that we honor those young men that have given 4 years, some of them even 7 years to the program ever since they got to Cascia in the 6th grade. Honor their parents as well that sacrificed so much to send them to Cascia and to be part of the football program. So I look at it as a very, very positive thing. The other thing that we do is we invite our 8th grade football team to join us in the locker room and in pregame. We throw a little pizza party for them as well, just to give them a preview of what high school football really is like. So it's a big night for us over at Cascia. I don't think it's a distraction at all. I think if anything else, it fits into that core value of community that we have, that we're going to have a lot of our members of our community in that locker room with us.
When you take a look at District 4A3 and the 2 weeks that remains to determine the 4 that go to the state playoffs, I think our viewing audience would enjoy hearing from the coach exactly. You look at it in a paper, I can't figure it out. So could you figure it out?
Well, unless something really drastic happened, I think your number 1 and number 2 teams are set, and that's Wagner and Oologah. Both of them would have to lose both of their remaining games, and I don't see that happening with respect to the teams that they're playing. The nice thing about the way that things shape up is with our game versus McLean and then our game versus Cleveland at the end of the season, we still control our destiny. You know, if we win those 2 games, you know, we're going to finish at least 4th, if not 3rd. The nice thing is Catoosa still has to play Wagner, and McLean still has to play Oologah. So those are 2 tough games that those 2 teams have to play, and that's going to work in our favor. So we just got to do what we need to do and eliminate the mistakes, and we'll be fine.
And you know, I think what you said earlier in the program on the point system, where you saved a couple of 3 points on with the game at Catoosa on Friday night, those could be very significant when it comes down to the end of the 10th week.
Boy, they sure can. And again, in a district this competitive, I think every year that we've been in this district, there's been 3-way ties that have been settled by the point differential system. So again, we have to win, number 1, and if we can win by 15, which will be a tough job against McLean, even winning against McLean will be a tough job. But you know, those are the things we got to do, but the win is the key thing on Friday.
As we get down to the last 2 weeks, Coach, has there been a big surprise to you in District 4A3?
Yeah, I guess the big surprise is Cascia Hall has got 3 district losses. Last year we finished the district season with 2 losses. You know, obviously we knew the competitiveness of the district this year, but I didn't think we would make this many mistakes to put us in this position. But it is what it is, and the biggest thing now is we put the past in the past and focus first on Monday's practice, Tuesday's practice, Wednesday's practice, Thursday's walkthrough, and the most important thing will be that first focus when we come out there for the game on Friday night. We can't have any early errors, and we just really got to play great from start to finish.
But it seems to me like, in looking at it, that 3 and 4, whoever finishes 3rd and 4th, at one time was kind of automatic out the next week. I don't think that's going to happen this year as they cross district play.
Yeah, you know, you just got to line them up and play them, and what we're wanting is just the opportunity to be either the 3rd or the 4th place team and represent Cascia in the playoffs.
And 19, or did we say 29?
29 straight years.
29 straight years. I don't know where that would set a record, but that's something to be proud of.
We're proud of it.
Well, we'll see you next week, Coach.
Thank you, JV.
Thanks for being with us today on the Bill Knight Ford Cascia Hall Commando Football Show with head coach Joe Medina. We'll see you again next week.